Welcome to the lead word. This is your host, Chad Bauman. With me, as always, Trey Daubert. Today is Tuesday, November 4th, 24th, November 24th. Thanksgiving, 2 days away. Trey, what's up?
Not much, Chad. We just had a fun weekend. I am still here, so my backdrop is a little different today, but another week in the NFL. It's starting to wind down here. Playoffs are coming. They're going to be here sooner than later. So another week, and we'll also maybe dive into some NBA stuff if Chad's feeling up to it.
Yeah, sounds good.
You want me to go or you want to
go? You go first.
Okay. So there's a lot of optimism here with the Oakland Raiders, Las Vegas Raiders, whatever. Oh my God, it's the best loss that we've ever seen a team have because they only lost to Kansas City by 4. And hey, look, the Raiders beat the Chiefs last time, so they're for real. But I kind of talked about this on the That's Some Cheese podcast with Jackson, which will be out soon. It's probably already out, but the Raiders are a John Gruden story here. He's getting Derek Carr to play well. They have some pieces. Darren Waller's pretty good. This is not a, oh my God, the Raiders have built a great team here thing. We have our goofy Raiders fan on the site, and he talks about how their defense is, their defense is getting better, or their defense is back, or, oh my God, the defensive coordinator is the problem here. This is a roster problem. They're just not that talented. And I know they're winning some games here, but we got to chill out on the Raiders here. They got a lot of problems, and they're still not close. We saw, what was it, that game-winning touchdown drive by Patrick Mahomes. John Abram just completely leaves Kelsey wide open, tries to blitz for no odd reason while he's covering. Jonathan Abram does that because he can't cover. He's a box safety. They took Henry Ruggs ahead of CeeDee Lamb and Jerry Jeudy. Terrible mistake. It's proving to be a terrible mistake. Let's not act like the Raiders have built this great team. They're getting better. They've had a lot of swings on draft day, but not a lot of swings have worked. And the reason why the Raiders are at least competitive is because Gruden is getting Derek Carr to play well. That is it.
I don't disagree. I don't wholeheartedly agree either. I don't think John Gruden is getting Derek Carr to play well. I think Derek Carr is a good quarterback by himself. I know there's been a lot of flack that Derek Carr's gotten over the last few years, but, I think there was a lot of just, Al Davis to overcome in Derek Carr's career, and now he's finally getting to play like the quarterback we thought he was. I think he showed his talent in years past.
This isn't a shot at Derek Carr, though. This has nothing to do with Derek Carr. My point is
that was only step one.
Okay,
you stopped me.
Okay.
I do think that, like you said, they have their faults. The Raiders do. Like you said, their secondary is not very good, but they have a pretty talented front four.
Come on. Who's in the front four that's good? Max Crosby, that's it. He got one draft pick right. Big whoop.
I don't know their names off the top of my head, but
exactly. They're not good.
They're not bad.
They're bad.
They're not bad.
Malik Collins. Oh, great. He's our starting defensive tackle. Cleveland Farrell is an outright joke. They reached for him at number 4. If I'm stuttering real bad. If Mayock actually knew what he was doing, he would have taken Devin White with the 4th pick and plugged him in at middle linebacker, and then the Raiders would have a real middle linebacker. Instead, their star on defense is Nick Kwiatkowski, who couldn't start for Chicago. He couldn't beat out Roquan Smith. He couldn't beat out Danny Trevathan. He was their third middle linebacker. He's by far the best Raiders linebacker. They're still not good. Let's stop pretending Mike Mayock has built this great team here.
Well, they're good at stopping the run. That's got to count for something. Yeah, they're not world beaters in the passing game, but with the exception of Crosby. But, I mean, they're hard to run on. You know, if you can get some of these teams out here, if you can get them one dimension, you can definitely beat them. Would you take this Raiders team in a game against the Ravens, for example? All you got to do is stop the run, make Lamar Jackson throw the ball. That should be a W.
Can I switch quarterbacks?
What do you mean?
I'll take the Ravens team if I can switch quarterbacks.
No. This Ravens team, their depth chart as it is, playing this Raiders team with their current game plan, I know for a fact that you would probably take Raiders to win. Because then you got to put the ball in. You got to make Lamar Jackson throw it.
I think the Ravens would win.
Well, either way, where I was ultimately going with this whole Raiders thing is to touch on what you said about Kansas City, them winning the first game and playing close in the second. We know Kansas City doesn't have a defense.
No.
I think the strength of this Raiders team is their offense because I think Derek Carr is a good quarterback. So I'm not going to take the Raiders to win because in a shootout, they're not going to consistently beat Pat Mahomes and Andy Reid.
It has nothing to do with Derek Carr. I just want to chill out on the people that are saying, oh my God, the Raiders are back. Look at this great team they've built. You can go up and down the list of decisions. They've made terrible decisions. If you gave them someone who wasn't playing like the way Derek Carr is, they're a below 500 team. And Gruden has these guys playing, but you can go up and down the list of decisions that have been just horrible. You give up 2 draft picks for Antonio Brown. What the fuck are you doing? You give up you get a first round pick for Amari Cooper. You then either use that pick on Josh Jacobs or John Abram. I forget which one it was. But either way, the other one was Khalil Mack, and then you picked either Josh Jacobs or John Abram, and he still lost on that value. You can't add up the trades that they made and say, oh my God, that was great. Cleveland Farrell at number 4. How the hell do you pass on Devin White? Devin White was like my favorite guy of that draft. Terrible mistake. What's he gotten right? Hunter Renfrow? Oh, great. Great pick. Max Crosby? What else have they gotten right?
Well, I mean, Ruggs hasn't been bad for them.
He's got like no production.
Well, he was injured. When he's played, he's done pretty well. Well, earlier this season, he just came back from injury. He didn't have that great a game last night.
I don't think you're right. I think Nelson Aguilar has more production than he does.
But again, Ruggs was hurt.
All right, so 8 career games, 14 receptions, 256 yards, 1 touchdown. It's like nothing. 8 games, 14 catches. That's nothing. It's like less than 2 catches a game.
They were key catches. key first down conversions. That's what they were.
Can we just stop pretending that Mike Mayock has built this unbelievable team? That he hasn't missed?
I mean, I don't disagree. I don't think they're world beaters. I still think, and I'll get to this later, I said this earlier in the year, I think Kansas City's the team to beat in the AFC.
If Mayock actually
nowhere near that. I don't think they're anywhere near Kansas City's level right now, but I think they're trending in the right direction. I think it's fair to give him some credit where credit is due. because they're trending in the right direction. It's not like he's Howie Roseman, where he's missed on everything he's ever fucking looked at.
It's close. It's close. They've just had more cracks at the apple.
He didn't take a quarterback in the second round.
If Mayock actually hit on the picks that he got for Cooper and Khalil Mack, they'd be killing people. John Abrams not a good pick. That guy can't cover at all.
I think they're trending in the right direction.
Okay.
I don't think it's a lost cause. I feel like you're trying to say this whole thing is like toilet bowl status, but no. I think they're trending in the right direction.
No, I'm just saying let's chill out on the Raiders. Derek Carr's playing well. What else they got going for him? Darren Waller's good. And
they'll win a first round playoff game.
Who do they play? Well, I guess we don't know, but
they're 7-4.
AFC's tough. Let's say, well, they've already lost to Buffalo. They play Buffalo in a rematch. They'll get killed. They play Tennessee. Maybe they can win.
They play the Ravens. They can win.
They wouldn't play. Right now, Baltimore's out. They're not even in.
They'll make the playoffs.
Go ahead. What do you got?
Miami. Tua gets benched against a subpar Denver team. You know, people need to calm down. I think there was a lot of people overreacting to Tua getting benched. Yeah, he had a bad game. He's a rookie quarterback. That's bound to happen at some point. It's not that big of a deal.
Is that your takeaway?
That's my takeaway.
Okay.
Like, it's not a big deal that Tua got benched. He's a rookie quarterback. He's going to have a bad game every once in a while.
Can I chime in?
No, you're not allowed.
I'm actually really mad at Brian Flores. Really mad at Brian Flores.
For benching Tua?
Really mad at him. Like, I don't think it's a, oh my God, big deal, but like, don't start the guy then. If you're going to pull him in the fourth quarter because you're pissed off that he's having a bad game as a rookie quarterback, then you shouldn't have started him in the first place. Like, rookie quarterbacks are going to have a bad game 2, 3, 4 during a season. It'll happen. So for him to be like, oh, you know what? We're just going to sit this one out. You're not going to play the fourth quarter. Fuck you, Brian Flores. Why are you doing that? Why would you want to ruin the chemistry of the locker room? Then the guys in Miami are like, why are we doing this? I can't buy into that. Let the guy have his learn the ropes. Let the guy struggle. If you're going to pull him because you're not happy about a performance, then you shouldn't have put him in the game in the first place. You should have just kept Fitzpatrick going.
I don't know if I entirely agree with that. The not starting him at all. I think
it's a bad look to bench him.
I don't think so. Because when they pulled him, what was the score when they pulled him?
They were down 10. I don't know the exact score. The first drive, Fitzpatrick led him to a field goal. The second drive, Fitzpatrick threw an interception. Then the game was over.
I'm kind of on the fence because I could see where Flores is coming from in pulling him. If you think that, you know, Fitzpatrick can come in and just give your team a spark because they're in the playoff race.
They're in right now.
That's what I'm saying. They're in the playoff race. If you lose a couple games here and there, and then you're officially knocked out. So,
but who
going into-
cares? Who cares? Miami's overachieving right now. Like, are we forgetting the fact that this is a team that tried to lose last year? This isn't supposed to be a turnaround the next season after. This is supposed to be a 2 to 3 year rebuild. It's probably 3-year rebuild. Miami shouldn't be this good. The fact that he thinks they should be this good is crazy. If you're going to go with Tua, take the rookie lumps and deal with it.
Yeah, but at the same time, they have a young team. Why not get into the playoffs and get some playoff experience? It'd be one thing if they didn't have any extra picks, but they have like so many picks. They're going to have the Texans pick, and that's going to be a top 10 pick.
Let's go back.
So it's not like they need to suck.
Let's go to Patrick Mahomes' rookie season, because this is what I think they should have did. Andy Reid rode Alex Smith the whole year. Could he have won more games with Patrick Mahomes? Yep. But he didn't dive into the situation where if Mahomes struggled as a rookie, he wasn't just going to bench him and put Alex Smith back in. That's a mess. As soon as you go to your guy, you leave him in there.
It's benching him for one game. Not even a full game, a partial game. It's not like he benched him in the fourth and then comes out and says, yeah, we're riding with Fitzy for the rest of the season. That would be, then I would agree with you. It's in this case, it's like, hey, look, we're not supposed to be here. Yeah, we're in the playoffs. Maybe we shouldn't. Let's try to win as many games as possible.
I don't like the move. I think they should have just left him in the game.
No.
Who's to say he couldn't have came back?
Hindsight's 2020. Yeah, maybe he does come back there. But at the same time, look, considering I've been dealing with Doug fucking no adjustments Peterson, I'd rather see my coach try something and it not work than do the same shit we've been doing that's not working at all.
So you would rather have Jalen Hurts come into the fourth quarter and then Doug be like, okay, next week Carson gets his job back.
That's not entirely what I meant, because I meant more specifically, I would like to see Doug try something instead of, wow, these vertical passing routes haven't been working all game. If we keep trying these vertical passing routes, eventually one will work.
His screen passes are so predictable too.
His entire offense is so predictable. But I'm just saying, at least Brian Flores came out in the fourth quarter and tried something. Maybe it was misguided, but I'd rather have my coach try to do something different than just sit there banging my head against the wall over and over and over again, hoping, hey, maybe this will work this time.
Got anything else?
No, Tua benching, not a big deal.
I want to dive into the next topic here. And this, I just can't wrap my head around it. I understand that it happened, but I'm not buying it. And that's the Indianapolis Colts. No, they're not a good team. They're 7-3. I get it. But nothing about this team screams, wow, they're great. I think the defensive coordinator knows what he's doing. He's got a good zone scheme. I think Frank Reich knows what he's doing. The fact that Phillip Rivers is even functional is crazy to me at this point. To me, this was a bad matchup. Packers led pretty much the whole game. They go in at halftime. The Colts say, we're going to start running the ball. They ran the ball down Green Bay's throats. Green Bay can't stop the run at all. They got a couple key turnovers. I'm not buying the Colts. I'm not doing it. Nobody can sit here and tell me this Colts team is going to make some crazy run to an AFC title game. They're just not good. And maybe the theme of the show is you're pretenders. I'm not buying what you're doing. Raiders, Colts. Give me a break. You're telling me Phillip Rivers is going to go on the road and beat some teams in the playoffs? Not happening. The running game, Jonathan Taylor, he's just not that good. He really isn't. Naheem Hines, whatever. The receivers, Michael Pittman, they're just not that good. They're beating teams with coaching. At the end of the day, they go to the playoffs. They're not beating anybody.
I agree. They're not going to be good in the playoffs. And I think that's more Phillip Rivers than it is anything else.
Yeah, that's fine.
I don't see him playing well against the good team.
He doesn't have anything left.
Right. So
I don't have much else to say. There's no way they're going into a playoff game and Phillip Rivers is going to put up 28 and they're going to win. I'm not buying it.
Also, let's not forget either that Green Bay wins that game if Valdez-Scantling holds on to the ball in overtime.
And their kick returner fumbled, giving them an easy touchdown. Green Bay kind of pissed the game away.
Yeah, the Colts, they had a lot of bounces go their way that they wouldn't normally get under normal circumstances.
Play the game in Green Bay where Rivers' arm strength isn't protected by a dome. Probably a different story too.
Right. So, I'm in agreement. I agree.
That's all I got. Go ahead.
All right. This one isn't so much a takeaway as much as I'm calling my shot. Super Bowl, what is it, 54?
I have no idea. No idea.
Super Bowl Roman numerals. That's I'm giving you the teams right now. Telling you right off who it's going to be. I'm riding with my my pick from the beginning of the season. The Kansas City Chiefs, they'll be representing the AFC. Your NFC representative, Seattle Seahawks.
Wow. Okay.
I think the past couple weeks, Russell Wilson struggled. I don't think that's going to continue. They'll figure it out. I think, as far when I look around the NFC, I just don't see anyone, with maybe the exception of another NFC West team, that can hang with the Seahawks. But I'm going to go with the team that I think has the best quarterback, and that's Russell Wilson. Defense isn't very good, but I think they're good enough to keep Russell in the game. Plus, they have the beast, DK Metcalf. And I think we know what we're getting from the Chiefs at this point. The Chiefs are going to get a first-round bye. And Andy Reid's just going to go to work. Patrick Mahomes, no reason. What does he have? 2 interceptions on the season?
I think it's 2 maybe. I don't know. He's out of his mind.
30 touchdowns, 2 picks. And I mean, their defense, I don't think they're still not a good defense, but they're better than they were last year.
Should I give my Super Bowl pick? I don't even have one.
You can rebut. I don't care. I'm confident.
I don't feel confident about the Seahawks pick. That's the one I wouldn't feel confident in. Their defense is brutal. Brutal. Chad, how many guys on that defense do you know?
Putting me on the spot. What is his name?
We're off to a hot start.
Shaquille Griffin.
Yep. He's the corner.
Shaquille and Shaquem. I don't remember which one has the hand.
Shaquem is missing the hand.
Okay, so they have Shaquille.
Yes.
What is his name? The linebacker. I can tell you he wears 54.
Bobby Wagner.
Bobby Wagner.
Yeah.
I can tell you they used to have Clowney.
Yeah. But my point is their defense is brutal. They rank last in pretty much everything. They're not even – it's one thing to not get sacks. They're like last in pressure rate. They have nobody that can rush the passer. They got LJ Collier is like their main pass rusher. And he's just a former TCU guy who's really not that good. I think Jamal Adams is severely overrated. They can't cover anybody. Their defense is so bad. So I would be really concerned about their defense in a playoff game.
Well, like I said, it's not about their defense. It's about Russell Wilson. Who are you expecting to beat him?
I still believe in Green Bay for some odd reason. I think they can beat Seattle.
Historically, Green Bay has had not good luck playing Seattle.
They beat them last year in the playoffs.
I said historically.
Yeah. Like
every other time before that, Seattle gets some kind of weird fucking thing to go their way.
I will say that the NFC is a lot weaker than the AFC for some reason, which is never the case. But I'm not buying Tampa. I'm not buying the Rams. The Cardinals are probably a year away. And that only leaves New Orleans.
To be fair, I think the Cardinals have the best shot.
You're now a Cardinals believer.
Well, they're going to make the playoffs. They just played Seattle tough. They beat them in the first game. I think the only team that has a shot is the Cardinals. I think they're still going to lose, but they have a chance.
I was as pro Cardinals as it got before the year. You're hopping on.
Now you're saying they don't have any chance to beat Seattle?
I'm saying they can beat Seattle. I said okay. I like Arizona, and the only other team left is New Orleans. That's it.
I don't think New Orleans would beat them.
Who else can get to the Super Bowl? I would give it New Orleans, Arizona, Seattle. Those are and Green Bay. Those are the only teams I could see in the Super Bowl.
I wouldn't go New Orleans. I would go the Rams before New Orleans, but really? That's just because of Sean McVay.
I don't know.
But even still, I don't give them a lot of not opportunities. I don't give them a big chance. The Rams, because they got Jared Goff playing quarterback.
Can I say this? I think Kansas City's more vulnerable than people think. Not saying they'll lose, but I'm not going to rule out Buffalo, and I'm not going to rule out Pittsburgh.
I'm not ruling them out. I mean, by picking these two teams, I'm not saying no other teams could possibly make it. I'm just saying I think those are the two teams that have the best chance.
Pittsburgh's interesting because they're the one team, when you look at them, they're like, well, maybe they don't have the offense, but if anybody's going to beat the Chiefs, isn't it a team that can really harass him with pass rush, that can really put his ass on the ground, where the Chiefs offense doesn't go up and down the field? If TJ Watt and Bud Dupree, Cam Hayward, Stephon Tuitt, if those guys can kill him, they have a shot. They match up perfectly with them.
I would not disagree if it wasn't for the exception that, and we had a bit of an argument about this weekend in the Slack.
That you hate Ben Roethlisberger.
That too. But what I was gonna say is Pittsburgh, to me, lacks the killer instinct. They let teams hang around.
They do.
And I feel like the one team you absolutely do not want hanging around is Kansas City.
I think Buffalo has a shot too.
I wouldn't put it past Buffalo. My thing with them, lacking playoff experience.
They were there last year, just couldn't beat out Magic Man, Deshaun Watson.
Yeah, I mean, they were there for a cup of coffee.
Yeah.
They got a tour of the city of Houston.
Yep.
You know? But that's about it.
You want to dive into some NBA stuff?
I haven't really been following it, except for what's been going on with the Sixers, but it's up to you.
What do you think of Daryl Morey?
I love everything Daryl Morey's done so far. He literally did the exact opposite of what Elton Brand did last year.
Correct.
Like, literally. Elton Brand was like, hey, guys, we need shooters. Let's get as little shooters as possible. Daryl Morey was like, hey, guys, we need shooters. Let's actually get some shooters this year. And honestly, if the only thing he did was unload that Horford contract, I think it would.
Yeah.
Like, the fact that he got something back at all was
crazy. I don't even know how they got Danny Green for Horford. That's just the all-time win.
That move alone should win him GM of the year. Oh, I'm sorry. He's not the GM. He's vice president of basketball operations. But let's tell it like it is. Elton Brand is just basically a secretary.
Yes.
Like, he's not. Like, they probably don't even let him in the building.
I like what Philadelphia did. I'm not sure Tyrese Maxey is going to be a stud, but we'll see. Seth Curry is a good pickup. Dwight Howard's a new backup center.
Seth's career average from beyond the arc.
Oh, he can make it splash.
Steph's.
He can shoot the hell out of it.
His career 3-point percentage is like 3% better than Steph's.
And he got Doc Rivers now. Real head coach.
Yeah. I'm just waiting for Doc to bring in Austin, though.
He signed with the Knicks, so you're good.
He's going to trade for him. Like, at some point, Doc Rivers will be coaching Austin Rivers in Philly.
But oddly enough, Seth Curry is dating Doc Rivers' daughter. So maybe that's why they traded.
I thought they were married.
Yeah, same shit. Whatever.
He brings in his family. I got to give it to Doc. If Doc is eating, everyone's eating.
I'm depressed about my Celtics, Chad. Depressed. It's an unfair game. It's an unfair game.
Were you happy when I told you that they traded for Harden? Or Harden, I mean?
I knew you were fucking with me.
I think you were happy, though. I think you're like, yay, we got Harden.
I would have been happy. This sucks. It sucks. Like, the Lakers, they win the title and they get better. It doesn't seem fair.
You feel it throughout your body.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know how much better they got. I think
they got a lot better.
I think they got the same.
You don't like
I don't
Dennis
think
Schroeder?
they got better or got worse.
You don't like Montrezl Harrell?
I'm not saying I don't like those guys. I'm just saying I think they're the same.
So who's your NBA Finals pick right now?
That one I can't tell you. I'm not ready for that one.
I think the Nets are going to be better than people think. Just going to go out on a limb and say that one.
I would go out on a limb and say if I were the Nets, I would not get James Harden.
Okay.
That would be, I feel like, the most ball-dominant offense ever in the NBA.
Probably.
You would literally have to do it like, okay, one possession, Kyrie gets the ball. The next possession, Harden gets the ball. And the next possession, Kevin Durant gets the ball. I just don't see how that would work out.
I want to see it, though.
I don't want to see it.
All right. Unless you have anything else to add, Chad, I think that'll do it.
Buying the PS5 is still bullshit.
Yes.
I think my biggest problem is there's all these fucking retailers. They do like these surprise releases. Like they don't tell anyone that they restocked. And then they like fucking sell out at like 5:30 in the morning. And by the time you wake up, it's like too fucking late. It's really annoying.
Really annoying. Haven't gotten one either.
Like it's getting to the point where it's so hard to fucking get. I'm about to just buy an Xbox.
I think they're sold out too.
Feel like I'd have better chance getting an Xbox though. Either way, any closing comments, Trey?
I believe that's it.
Okay then. Well, what that means is don't forget to check out Patreon. Donate money, give us cash, and you can get a prize. Don't forget to like the video if you're watching it on YouTube. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Follow us on Twitter, Vendetta_media. And don't forget to check out Trey on Twitter, at Trey Daubert. Check me out on Twitter, at Lilfooted. Other than that, thanks for giving us a listen, and we'll see you next week.